Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition to the podcast. And we have another very special guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself, as always. His name is Adam, and basically I'll let you kind of introduce your own channel.
Cool. Thank you, dude, for even having me on your podcast, first of all. It's a great honor. So my name's Adam. I run the YouTube channel J-J-Junio, or whatever. It's just like something that I do on the side while I'm not going to university or working. Basically, as you can read from my channel, I basically do whatever I want. And yeah, lots of variety of videos, I guess.
And like the header of your channel is like, I do whatever I want. And you've done Let's Plays, you've done music reviews. Yeah. That's how I discovered you. You did music reviews.
Oh yeah, I think it was from like a Tech 9 album review or something like that.
And I featured it on like my second channel, and that video has like a couple hundred views by now.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thanks, dude. Yeah, I've done Let's Plays. I badly play video games on my MacBook Pro. I do music reviews. I do album and songs. I do Game of Thrones reviews. I do travel videos with my friends whenever we do camping or backpacking or any kind of adventure things. And I do music videos. I actually write music, kind of, every once in a while. So, yeah, it's a whole mishmash of stuff. So that's probably why I don't really have that many subscribers. But it's all good. It's all good because it's all for fun.
The one music video, the rap cliches, which I think is like your channel trailer still.
Probably.
Like, how long did that take? Because that was some serious just editing, and making the music probably wasn't easy. That was a video, man. I enjoyed that.
Thanks. I'm glad you liked it. That one actually, the longest part of that video was actually just writing the whole thing. It's got so many, I think it's got like 1,200 words or something. It's just like a long song because I didn't put like a chorus in. There's no like repeats. So, and I just was writing it during school. So it probably took me like an entire year's worth, at least a semester's worth, but just kind of like doing like 4 lines here, and then like another day I'd like do another 4 lines there. So that's probably what took the longest. And then spent a few days recording it and mixing it and whatever. And the video I did in like a day, just like shooting it took like a couple hours, and editing it took a few more, but writing it was definitely the longest part.
You should have just labeled like the video. This took a year to make, guys.
For like pretty much I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you should have marked it. It's like, this took a year, guys. Seriously, watch this video. I'm super proud of it. I laughed my ass off. The opening, where you're just like, turn up my headphones, or like, because literally that's like the number one cliche I like always notice, like like, turn up my snare.
Turn up the snare.
Yeah, I love that. And you also do Game of Thrones reviews. You do the vlogs, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing though, I associate like is comedy, because like you have a very specific like humor that I really like.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I remember the what was it? The one where the Q&A thing, and that was hilarious. Just like certain edits, you two are great.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I totally forgot I even did vlogs. That's bad because I'm like working on one right now. But yeah, no, it's all good. I guess you could kind of broadly label my channel as a comedy channel as opposed to anything else. But yeah, cool.
And taking it to the music reviews, you reviewed Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
Just a great piece of art, am I right?
It's I guess you could call it art in the sense that, art is an expression of something self, and, expressions and the discovery and a lot of other terms I learned in my art electives I took 2 years ago.
Which line did you like more? The one about the GoPro, his dick being a GoPro, or the bleached asshole hooker line? Which one was more meme worthy?
I mean, you gotta go for the bleach, man. I mean, like, that's just kind of like, you gotta go for that classic Kanye. I mean, like, that's so quotable. I bet people will be saying that 20, 30 years from now. They'll be saying that.
like literally when he passes, like that'll be like the line that people like repeat, like rest in peace Kanye. She got bleach on my shirt. Now I feel like an asshole.
It'll be on his tombstone, probably.
Yeah. Do you have like a preferred genre? Because I know you've reviewed like Disturbed, you reviewed Tech Nine. Is there like a preferred genre
of music that I review or listen to?
Both.
No to both of those things.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I get it.
I've noticed you do like tons of different music reviews. Like you just put up like the Hobson track like this morning.
And it's got I literally my second channel I complain because it has more views than my main channel.
Yeah.
But I'll make these little videos that I know will get views.
Yeah.
Like that, like already like in a couple hours got like 300 views. I'm just like, it's like I wish my quality content that I put hours in got these kind of views.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. My most viewed video is like an Eminem track review. And I'm like, can't you just like shift all these views to something I actually put like a lot more time into? But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I wish YouTube. There's a lot of stuff I wish YouTube did. Like I wish like if people subscribe to me, they could like just subscribe to music reviews or something like that. Like that way, you know, I feel safe uploading whatever I want. But YouTube's algorithm, I could rant about that for hours. And the copyright. Have you ever had a copyright strike?
Yeah, well, I've never had a video taken down, thankfully, but that Eminem track review, I put in like a snippet of the song just like for the intro part, and they like took that 5 seconds. They're like, yeah, you can't, like, sorry, dude, but we own your video now.
It was just a claim, like, oh, we're just gonna make all the money.
Yeah.
You gotta love that.
I mean, it's all good.
Fair use as you can, but you know, it's whatever. For people like us who are gonna make like 10 cents, it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, dude, I made like $3.50 on YouTube right now, man.
Dude, going places, man.
I'm rolling in it.
I know.
Got that YouTube money.
Oh, dude, if I had a nickel for every penny I made off of YouTube, I'd have a quarter. I would be going places.
That's awesome.
Yeah. On a serious note, what was your least favorite thing that you reviewed?
My least favorite album review, or like the album that I liked the least?
Like the least, but if you have a least favorite video, those are always a fun topic.
The album that I like the least is probably Life of Pablo. I mean, a lot of the other albums that I reviewed, I've actually like enjoyed them a lot. Actually, no, that's not even true, because I reviewed a Broken Side album ages ago, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Broken Side or like the genre of crunkcore, but it's basically like the most garbage genre like I think one of them ever invented. It's just so terrible. But I listened to this music with my buddy a few years ago, just like for fun. We listened to it like a bunch, and he asked me to do a review of the albums, and I did. And it's just like a fun album, but the music quality is just garbage. It's just basically, if you've never heard crunkcore before, think of like you've got kind of clubby, techno-y hip-hop beats with kind of like the auto-tune singing, but then they mix it up with like a lot of kind of the emo screaming that you hear. God. So it's but then the subject matter is like top 40 rap.
That I like want to check that out for like all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I don't think you could have described that in a worse way.
It's there's definitely some good gems in there. you got listen to Get Crunk by Broken Side sometime, or Hello Kitty by Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh, if it's like that, I know about Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to know more past than just the little bit I know.
All right, well that's basically crunkcore for you then.
Okay, yeah. I'll make sure to avoid that. Do you have a least favorite video? It's usually the first video. That's how mine is. They're pretty terrible. I don't know what yours is. Do you have any that are just really laughable?
I don't think it's not my first video, because my first video was just like me trying to awkwardly vlog, and I had no experience talking to a camera before. So I don't really like. That's just like that video just like, alright, that's where I started and here's where I am now. There's one video I made like 2 years ago where I think my buddy and I just came up with the idea as we were just like at a lake or something, just chilling. Like, and we started bouncing like little ideas of each other. And we just came up with like one funny line, and we went to his home and shot like an entire 5-minute video, and it just like is us improving, and it's not really that good. It's called like plastic surgery or something.
Is it still on your channel?
Yeah, like you probably shouldn't watch it. It's like pretty bad. Like the I made a blooper video from that video, and the blooper video is funnier than the actual video that we made. So that's
good.
Yeah.
I remember I was actually just talking about this, but the first time I was on camera, and this is still on YouTube. It's not my first review. I think it's like my second. There's like a screenshot of me, and I just look terrified. Like I'm just like, what am I doing here right now? And it's like dark. The camera's fucked up. It's great.
Yeah.
My face is chubbier. It's so I love it.
Back in the old days.
Yeah. Luckily, it only has like 8 views, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry yet before people start making fun of it. There's a good portion of the podcast we're just gonna be talking about Game of Thrones. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now. If I remember, I'm forgetful, but I'm gonna try to have an annotation because we're gonna go spoiler heavy. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled on just pretty much all of Game of Thrones, hopefully I'll have an annotation. If not, just work your way through the video. I don't know. I'll try to remember. If not, the comment section will hopefully help. They're not always helpful though. That being said, Game of Thrones Season 6. It airs this Sunday. By the time this video goes up, the first episode should be up. But how excited are you on a scale of 1 to dragons?
Ooh, I'm all the way to Drogon, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, that second teaser really got me though. It's so good.
The one with the faces got me.
Oh.
Where it showed all the dead people's faces.
Yeah, except like, yeah. It ends with like Jon Snow's face at the end, right? Of the teaser. Like that's how it ends.
I think so. It's been a little while since I watched that. Jon Snow. How likely is he to be dead?
9.
On a scale of 1 to Ned Stark. To Sean Bean.
Okay, but Sean Bean's like, you can't like. Ned Stark's like not even as bad as Sean Bean though. Like Ned Stark's dead, but Sean Bean is always dead. You know?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not like you can't just put the title of Sean Bean on somebody, or else that means like they get killed in the show. But every incarnation of them afterwards also dies. So, if I had to give a probability on how dead Jon Snow is, I'd say maybe 90%. I'm like pretty convinced that like the show might just have the balls to go through with it. But since his death seems to have upset the most people out of like any Game of Thrones death, I don't know. I just don't know what would happen. Big theory that I've heard tossed around is that Melisandre just arrived at the castle and she's gonna be able to revive him.
And we all know that she's a fan of him since they nearly did stuff.
Yeah.
I love how she's like, well, this guy's dead. Let me just move to this guy. You're the most person in charge. Yeah. I'll sleep with you now, I guess.
She's bad news bears, man. I don't know.
Priorities.
Yeah, so I don't know, because that's where the last book, the 5th book, ends with Jon Snow getting stabbed a bunch of times and him bleeding
you've read
out.
the book.
Yeah.
You've read the book. I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I think I own the book, but it's like there's a book. I mean, there's a box full of books somewhere, and I'm like missing like 30 books, and I've lost my mind trying to find it in storage. I can't seem to find it, but I really want to read the books.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like it would take like 10 years off of my life, because they seem really long.
They're pretty hefty. One thing I would recommend that I have actually done, because I've read the books a few times through, but on my most recent one, I actually just listened to the audiobooks, which was like super chill. I've been getting
that's something I can do. Yeah. That's less of a tall order.
Yeah.
Are the books better than the show?
Yeah. Yes. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love the Game of Thrones show. I love it, and I have so much fun watching it. But, like, I read the books first. I'm, like, a really big book person. I love reading books. And I just think there's just certain things that have been done in the books that you just wouldn't be able to do in the shows. So, like, there are certain characters that just never made an appearance in the show. Probably because, like, there just, like, would be too many characters for people to follow. But, and, like, some story tangents even, like, kind of end differently or, like, take different twists and turns. But it's, like, it's almost like they're two different entities now. So, as much as I love the books, I also love the show. And I can't, it's not like, unless the show, like, actually just gets bad quality, I'm not going to stop, like, loving the show, you know?
And you're really into, like, the high fantasy, Middle-earth type stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Are there any other books or dragons and Skyrim stuff you're really into?
Skyrim stuff? I mean, I play Skyrim, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, did you mention dragons?
I just meant books. I just
okay.
meant books, media,
Books.
high fantasy stuff.
High fantasy stuff. Well, I guess let's just get Lord of the Rings right out of the way. Okay? Everybody loves Lord of the Rings. If you don't love Lord of the Rings, you're probably a terrorist. So, you know, you can probably stop watching the podcast.
Unsubscribe, just get out of here.
Yeah, you can subscribe to my channel and then unsubscribe to it too, please. Like, I just want to see a lost subscriber in my analytics from you not liking Lord of the Rings.
Watch, like, everyone, like, go to your channel now and just unsubscribe.
Tomorrow I'll wake up and be like, oh, look at all these subscribers. Like, yo, I finally hit 200. Then the next day it's, like, back down to what it is now. I'm like, well, I guess I deserve that.
I should have thought my words better.
Oh, well, not worth it. It's worth it.
So, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, I mean, there's lots of... I'm just, like, looking on my bookshelf right now. Like, there's a lot, like, the Inheritance Saga, the... What are they called? The freaking Stormlight Archive books. I mean, there's lots of good fantasy books out there if people want to go out and look for them. Name of the Wind, pretty cool. Axis Trilogy. I mean, yeah, that's, like, for books, there's, like, so many cool high fantasy books out there. You just gotta, like, make sure you get the ones that aren't too cliche written and kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like more of the grittier ones. And then, obviously, movies are cool, video games are cool, you know. I played Skyrim, I played Oblivion, and I play Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know if you actually knew that. I've mentioned it a couple times in my videos, but...
Yeah, you've mentioned it.
Yeah.
Fun fact, have you played Vampire the Masquerade?
No, I haven't.
I'm playing that, like, the first, tomorrow, I think. 2 days from now, as of the time of this recording. First tabletop game. I'm so excited.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Have you ever played a tabletop game before?
No, I'm so excited, but I made my character. It was so badass. I'm like ready. Could talk about Dungeons and Dragons, like break down, like,
sure, yeah.
Like, cause I'm still lost. Like, break down how a game is gonna go for me if I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Is the game you're playing kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, or is it like
I don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons. I just know I made my character. There's like a story. It takes place in modern times. There's vampires, and I know, like, my character has like 3 paragraphs, and like I think some of the other people I played with, they have like a couple pages worth for their characters. So I'm just like,
dude, one of the guys I play Dungeons and Dragons with, he wrote his whole backstory down and all his like family connections. He wrote it down and he put it in a duotang. It's like freaking this thick, man. He just like carries it around, and like every once in a while he'll like look through it to discover like his family's lore, so he knows how to roleplay his freaking character better. It's awesome. So, okay, have you purchased a set of dice yet?
No. I'm playing online.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, Dungeons and Dragons is basically the greatest game that's ever been created in the history of humankind. Basically how it works is there's a DM, a dungeon master, telling the story, setting the setting for the campaign. You have some players who each draw up their own characters and their classes, and basically what happens is the DM will describe the setting you're in and what kind of people are around, and the characters, the players, talk to each other, interact with each other, and basically they can do whatever they want. You can do whatever you want, and the DM was kind of just just has to accept it, and then he'll narrate the consequences of your actions, basically. And like, obviously there's like certain there's a story you should be following, and like if you're playing, you should be wanting to like follow the story. There's also like you can go off into tangents and do like talk to other people that like don't necessarily have anything really to add, but the DM could just kind of make something up and have like kind of a cool point there. But yeah, I mean, it's just like it's such a free game. Like you can really do anything you want. It's all determined by the dice, though.
If we ever play, because like one of my friends, he's starting like a whole new channel just for tabletop games. Oh, yeah. So if we ever play Dungeons and Dragons, I'll hit you up. That'd be awesome.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'll try to link whenever we get the vampire one out. Sure. I'll link it to you just so you can see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Taking it back to the Game of Thrones.
Oh
yeah. What do you think's going on with other characters? Arya. What do you think's gonna happen to Daenerys? Who else is still alive? Cersei. Do you think? Okay, before we jump into that, do you think the Hound is dead? I was the same way. Like after like that scene, I was just like, really? No.
Arya left him, right? Like she just kind of left him to die.
She left him to die, and he like kind of couldn't move.
See, like I don't know, because in the books, it's kind of non-conclusive as well. Like they make it seem like he's dead, but there's also like a Hound character dude like running around. Either like it's him or somebody's trying to impersonate him. And like I think then you find out like it's some other guy, but like he might have just stolen the helmet, so you don't really know. I'd like to think that the Hound is alive because he's one of my favorite characters, and I thought that his dynamic with Arya was really great, but he's also probably just dead.
Yeah. Do you think Stannis is dead? Because he had a similar situation where we saw Brienne bring the sword down, but we didn't see it go into him. And by Game of Thrones logic, that means it's like a 50-50 chance.
50-50. Yeah, see, I've heard a lot of debate about that as well. Like, when I watched that episode where that happened, I was like, oh, I guess Stannis is just dead now. But then, just now, I guess thinking about it, Brienne has a very, like, rigid sense of honor, so maybe she'd want to bring him to trial or something first.
But at the same time, she brought the sword down, and she definitely had the impulse to kill him.
Maybe she just hit the tree he was leaning against. Like,
just like, I could have killed you.
Yeah.
And the whole audience thinks I did, but I didn't know I was being filmed.
Yeah. She'll get Pod to just drag him around on like a horse or something until they find Sansa and whatever else she's trying to do.
Yeah. Speaking of Sansa, I watched your episode reviews for season 5, and there was a divide on whether Sansa was a good character or not.
Oh yeah.
And like why I like Sansa. My girlfriend who I watched it with likes Sansa. I don't know why there's all this hate for Sansa. Is it just because she doesn't do much and she's not badass and killing people?
Maybe. I think the dude that doesn't like Sansa is the same dude you're talking about with the super high basketball shorts. That's that guy. But
that we mentioned earlier off the thing.
Oh yeah, we weren't talking. Okay, whatever. So I think he just didn't like her because she just like didn't do anything and kind of just rolled over and let people kind of like push her around a lot.
But at the same time, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Sansa personally. I thought she was pretty cool.
It's like, what am I? It's like, well, I'm just gonna like, you're getting raped. What are you supposed to do in that scenario? Like, you could try to fight him, but he'll kill you. Like,
yeah, he's nuts. No. He's crazy.
Oh my god, dude! Like, he's like Joffrey, but he's like.
Except I like him for some weird reason.
Right? Yeah. It's like. I want him to die, but I want him to, go out cool and like a badass.
Like, I love the way that Joffrey died. It's in such a pitiful, pathetic way. I don't really want Ramsay to die like that much. I think he's too interesting of a character. I want him to be like kind of like this kind of like crazy antagonist that like just chases Sansa around or something weird for like a little while. And like if he dies, like go out with like where he's shirtless and holding like 2 daggers again and just killing everybody. I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Maybe Reek can kill him or something.
Yeah, that would be satisfying. Reek killing him. Reek, man. I love how I call him Reek now.
Right,
not
Theon. Sorry, I
Theon.
should have said Theon. He's back. He's trying.
Yeah, Reek's okay with all the complicated names, and they give us something easy like Reek.
Yeah.
It's hard not to just go with that. We didn't see Bran in season 5. We didn't see much really of Theon's. All the people on the islands. We didn't see the other. I'm forgetting his name. The other Stark kid. What was the youngest one? Rickon. We didn't see. We didn't see a lot of people. What do you think is going on with them? Is there anything in the book with that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Bran stuff that's supposed to have happened, which I think will happen this season. I don't really want to talk about it because I don't want to spoil the stuff that hasn't happened yet, right? And same with Arya. I kind of already know where Arya is going with her thing. So for Arya and Bran, I'll kind of let you do the speculation for that. I'll just kind of be like, totally.
Will do. I think Bran is gonna become a god. I don't know.
He's gonna become one of the gods. That's so epic.
I heard one theory is he's gonna, when Daenerys comes over, he's gonna take control of a dragon because whatever that big thing was, you probably know. I don't know what that huge tree monster, whatever it was, but it said he's gonna fly, and I don't know much. I don't know what's flying other than dragons, so I think he might take control of a dragon.
Oh, the old man in the tree?
Whatever it was. It was huge,
dude.
Though. It was a huge...
He's just, kind of sunken into a tree, right?
He was like... Yeah, it was like the dude from Star Wars 7. The big dude in the chair.
Oh, Snoke?
Yeah, it was like that. Where it was just a big thing. And that scene was only like a minute long. I'm sorry, I didn't dissect what he looked like.
I think... Okay, I might be able to spoil this little bit. Because, when he said that Bran's gonna fly... That's because you know how Bran's kind of like a... What do they call it in Game of Thrones? Like a skinwalker? He can take control of animals, right? Because he can control his wolf, Summer. Mm-hmm. So I think... Well, I don't think, I know, but he's gonna train to be able to take control. There's another character, and one of the wildlings could control birds and stuff. Mm-hmm. So if Bran controls birds, then he's technically flying.
Oh yeah, and there's the Raven.
Maybe he could take control of one of Daenerys' dragons.
Think how hype that would be.
A few seasons down the line when he's super powerful and not stuck up in the north anymore. Or maybe it doesn't even matter. He can sit in the north anywhere there's a werewood anywhere in the world. He can just control all the animals around there. So maybe Bran's gonna become the most powerful character in Game of Thrones.
Do you have a favorite character?
Yeah, Tyrion, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously, it's gonna be Tyrion. Yeah, Bronn is pretty close. He's pretty cool. The Hound is pretty cool, but I don't know, man. Tyrion's just even in the books, Tyrion was just my favorite character. He was just funny and witty, and I don't know. Yeah, he was flawed, but he accepted it and kind of just lived his life.
And there's that one little part where he went crazy and killed people, and oh my god, that was
right. Oh yeah, he killed where he killed Shay and his dad.
Which was crazy.
It's because he let himself feel, man. He let himself fall in love again, and he thought he'd never make that mistake, and
literally, he basically told Shay to go away for her own protection and all that stuff. And he was doing it so obviously, you couldn't have been acting more. And then she's like, "Fuck you, I'm betraying you, and I'm sleeping with your dad."
Yeah.
Burn. I'm just like, god damn.
Did they ever explain Tysha in the show? Did they ever bring that up in the show?
Who is she?
Okay, so in the books, it kind of explains why Tyrion kind of went a little crazy over this whole Shay thing. Is because when
it gave enough reason.
Yeah. So, but here's an interesting story though. Is that when Tyrion was younger, not a kid, but he must have been 13 or 14 or something.
Preteen.
Yeah, a teenager. Jaime, his older brother, felt bad for him because he had never slept with a woman before. So he basically...
At 14?
Yeah, so he basically hired a prostitute to pretend to be a damsel in distress.
Okay, no, they explained this.
Okay, yeah, so then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they totally did. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the whole whore thing came from. if you ever watch American Horror Story, they also enjoy the word horror. There's a character who says it a lot, and it's become a personal meme for me.
Which
and
season?
then season 2. Oh, have you seen it?
That's the Asylum one, right?
Yeah, the one bald Nazi dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one who does he eventually just incinerate himself? Is that one?
Well, spoiler alert.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah, he
American
does.
Horror Story spoilers.
You're good.
Oops.
You're good. People won't remember. Whenever I hear a spoiler like that, I probably won't remember, and I usually don't. Unless it's something I'm watching. But yeah, in season 2, he was just like, whore. And he said that 10 times. He'd just be like, you whore. And then when, that was Tyrion's whole thing. He's like, don't call her a whore.
Yeah.
And it was so dramatic and sad, and oh my god.
Yeah. No, he's definitely up there for sure.
Do you think we'll get a Stark reunion? Because that's what I've been waiting for. Even though there's not many left. Do you think
Bran and Sansa and Arya?
And maybe Jon, even though if he comes back, he's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
I don't think. But at least Sansa, Arya, even though she's blind.
Also, literally all 3 of those people are as geographically far from each other as possible. Bran is the furthest north you can be. Arya's across in a different continent, and Sansa's just in the middle. So there'd have to be a lot of traveling involved to I think maybe eventually there will be, but it won't be this season. I just can't see that happening.
We almost got it at the Red Wedding. I was like, oh my god, Arya's there! I was so happy. Cause I knew some people are gonna die. This is it. This has to be it. And then Filch's character, we haven't even seen him.
Oh yeah.
I wanted him to die so badly. But they've kind of just put that on what's his name, Ramsay now, because it just kind of got shifted to them because they're the new kids on the block.
New kids on the block.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna get a reunion. I was watching some of the earlier episodes because I've been trying to show all my friends Game of Thrones, and literally just I can see why it would be boring to them. There's a scene just with Ned and his wife, and they're just lying on a bed. I'm like, this might be boring to you, but we're not going to be this happy again for a long time. So for me, I'm appreciating this moment right now.
Yeah.
Just 2 people who like each other sitting on a bed happily. We're not going to get this.
Yeah. And for anybody who's trying to get into Game of Thrones, you got to get past the first few episodes. The first few episodes of any show are not going to be that amazing. Especially even Game of Thrones, the first few episodes were fine, and I appreciated them because I read the books before. But for my friends who hadn't read the books, they were like, "This show sucks. It's boring," and I had to convince them to keep watching before they actually kind of got on and stuck up.
I'm the same way. There are some people who are just like, "Oh, I can't get into it." I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and force you to watch it. So if you don't want to watch it, I don't want to be that guy. But with shows like The Walking Dead, the first season, I was just like, whatever. But later on, it got more. Even though right now, I don't know if you're watching it, it's getting kind of starting to sort of piss me off a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never watched The Walking Dead just because I've kind of heard it's very polarizing. I don't know. I heard it drags out a lot sometimes.
It's dragging out. It's kind of like winter is coming. Where I'm just like, I need to see just how this ends up, so I'm too dedicated to not watch it.
Right, you're
but at the same time, I'm like, okay, we're just redoing the same stuff. And I've used this comparison before, but when Game of Thrones kills a person, there's closure, and there's it fits within the story. In Walking Dead, they're just like, oh, everyone's gonna tweet about this, it's gonna be so awesome, we're gonna get views and ratings, and it's just that's not how you kill people. And then there's fake deaths, so and so died. Yeah, it's so and so died. Tweet about it, and then it's nope, he survived, and I'm just like, oh my god, just don't do that. Not saying not to watch it. There's definitely a lot of good content in there.
I like the Walking Dead like video games.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I'd ever play them, but like I watched PewDiePie play through all of them, and like I don't know if you like PewDiePie or not, but like his Walking Dead playthroughs are like pretty dope.
Yeah, I've played the first 2 seasons, and they're
yeah.
pretty. They're very emotional.
Yeah.
You should also play them and not watch them because you can do different things.
Right.
Yeah. What are there other video games you're like super into?
It's kind of funny that you ask me that because the vlog that I'm working on right now is actually a video about my top 10 favorite video games of all time.
Video games or video game like series?
Video games? I don't know what's the difference between what you just said.
Like a video game, like a singular game, or like the game series,
It's like mostly just the individual game. I guess if I had to like kind of say what type of game I like, it's mostly like the ones with like campaigns, like stories. I'm not a very big online gamer.
I'm the same.
Because like I don't game enough to invest time into it to actually become good enough to not embarrass myself every time I play online. So I go more for the story.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I try like, you know, to play online sometimes, then I usually die a lot. And then there's other games that just don't have a story, and I've liked some of those, but the games I really like are like The Last of Us and the Mass Effects. And,
cool.
Have you played Mass Effect?
I'm just about to finish the 3rd one. Like I'm on Earth doing the final Earth battle right now.
No.
I don't know how it ends.
No. Oh my god,
I'm just playing Mass Effect because I like
sorry.
I played the entire trilogy. Started from 1.
God.
Kept all my decisions from the very first game all the way to now, and I'm on the last mission of the last game. And it's, you know, I'm just like fighting the Reapers.
You don't know about the ending at all?
No idea. I don't want to know. I'm just gonna.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Message me
when I'm done
please.
Mass Effect. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know. One thing I want to ask you about Mass Effect though.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm just assuming you played a dude character because you're a dude, and I'm a dude, so I played a dude character.
I've done both.
Okay, you did both. Obviously, in the game, like not a big part, but like one of the things that you can do is have like romantic interests throughout the series.
Do you have a gay interest?
No, I did not. But like, who's your go-to?
Oh god. So the first time I played the game, I didn't romance anyone because I thought that happened after. Like, I think I messed up a cutscene, and then literally I like saved the world, and I walked up to her. I was like, okay, let's have sex, and she just like, we're really busy right now. Right. I'm just like, it was Miranda who I was trying to, and she was just like, we're really,
Miranda.
And so don't judge me. She has a wonderful personality and other things. But yeah, the first time I've romanced, I played Mass Effect 2 a lot, so I've done all of those. Mass Effect 3 I haven't played as much. I would say my favorite romance, I don't know, like maybe Liara or Tali.
Okay, that seems pretty cool. Tali's pretty cool.
And my least favorite would probably be Ashley.
Personally. Dude, I killed her off in the first game, man. She pissed me off
you did?
so quickly. I had to choose between Ashley and what's the other dude?
Caden.
Yeah, I didn't like either of them, but Ashley just like pissed me off. So I was like,
yeah.
You kill her, please. Like
Did you go with Liara?
No, dude, this might blow you. I don't know if it's blowing your mind. You didn't even mention her, but my bae, the love of my life in Mass Effect, which is not pathetic, by the way.
It's not. We have girlfriends and we have lives. We swear to God.
I have one of those things, but
I have one too.
Oh, okay.
Don't have a life,
dude. Oh, okay. I'll take the other one. I'll take your life. I'll take the life. You can have the girlfriends. All right.
Okay.
The love of my life in Mass Effect 2 and 3 was Jack.
Okay,
yeah.
I've done Jack. There's definitely a really good thing there.
I don't know. I just find her like personality like so awesome. I don't know. All my friends think I'm nuts. Like they all think I'm crazy for liking Jack.
Nah, you're not. I want to like replay the game so many times, and it's just like back in the day I did, back when I didn't have 100 video games to play.
Right.
And but now like since 3 has come out, I haven't had free time to actually go back.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to very badly. Jack is an amazing. All the characters are amazing. I don't know what to say about the ending to you. I'm not gonna say anything.
Cool. It's like we're gonna save Earth, and I'm gonna end up with Jack, and we're gonna have such an awesome time. I get to punch Miranda in the face because I really don't like her. It's gonna be great.
I respect that. You can punch that reporter in the face. I don't know.
I
if you've
did
done
every
that.
time I had the opportunity to. I don't know.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't know
Good
if that
for
was
you.
like best decision, but it felt good. It felt good at the time.
Yeah, if you ever replay the games, it's one of like the most replay value games I've ever, because you can be, are you Renegade or Paragon?
How I played through it, because this is my first time playing through the entire series.
Did you not do it right the first time?
I didn't.
Because the first time I played it, I was like just trying to make the best choices, and they'd rather you just go Paragon or Renegade.
I just did
whatever
like,
stuck.
I wanted to do, so I'm like kind of in the middle. I'm
Yeah.
like 3/4 Paragon and 1/4 Renegade.
Yeah. There are certain choices. There's just a couple choices where being full Renegade or full Paragon
Like
is really helpful.
I wish I could have saved.
Is anyone dead yet? Who died in Mass Effect 2?
I managed to
Spoilers, by the way.
I managed to save my entire crew.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my first playthrough.
I spent a lot of time investing in like upgrading my ship.
I did upgrade my ship. I did. Literally, before I even landed, Jack died.
Yeah.
She was the first person to die. Tally died before I even landed. Those two were dead.
Yeah.
I knew someone else was gonna die, so I tried to kill Jacob, the black dude.
Yeah, that's just don't take that out of context, man.
Yeah, don't. I wanted to kill him because he was a boring character
Okay.
compared to everyone else, and he's a generic black dude with daddy issues, and that's slightly racist. So I tried to put him in the thick of it. It didn't work. He survived. Let's see. I didn't even have Legion because Legion, you can actually sell his body to Cerberus.
Oh, I didn't know about
and
that.
I was just skipping through the cutscenes, and I accidentally sold him, I guess.
Huh.
And he comes back in Mass Effect 3. If you sell him, he's like, there's like this evil version of him that Cerberus is gonna fight you with.
Well,
and
good thing I saved him then. Unfortunately, I had to kill him later on, anyways, though.
Yeah, I know.
Sad. The first time I played through that, I thought like if I decided to like let the Geth live, then they both live.
Yeah.
But then they just like destroyed the whatever Tally's race is, and then Tally like commits suicide off a cliff, and I was like, no.
Oh, you knew about that? You knew about that?
I was like, no, like I can't. So I went back and replayed it.
Oh, you went back.
I was like, I can't. Like, I'm sorry, Legion. Like, I like you a lot, but Tally like has been there since the beginning, man. Like, I'm sorry that I can't save both of you.
I didn't cry, but I was near crying like at least like 6 times in that game. When Grunt. When Grunt, I thought he died, but he didn't.
Oh yeah.
I almost cried there.
Yeah, there was a part when he like I thought he died too, but he comes back, just like appears on my ship later.
Yeah, that was a fake out. When he almost died, when Morden.
Oh yeah, that's
saddest scene ever.
Saddest
scene ever. Let's see. The ending, which I can't talk about. Let's see. There was a lot of reasons. This is going into a Mass Effect podcast, by the way.
Cool.
Let's see. So Thane died my first playthrough.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think doesn't he die anyways though? Of like whatever.
Yes. Which is okay because he had like alien cancer.
Yeah, he had alien cancer.
I wanted like
cancer.
at least. Yeah, I wanted at least one version where he lived.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But that Asian dude that kills him, literally, when you finally fight, have you fought him yet?
I I don't know. I think I fought him like a couple times. I don't remember if I actually killed him though.
He was like on Cerberus's.
Oh yeah, I fought him there. Yeah, their little base or whatever by that huge star.
Yeah, you're on Earth, right?
Yeah, I'm on Earth.
Then I think you killed him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good.
At least you should have, unless there's like this alternate ending thing I don't know about.
I feel like I should remember if I killed Kai Lang or not, because I really didn't like him. But I don't know.
Well, at least in my playthrough.
In the Earth or whatever.
Yeah. Another fun Easter egg. Because you obviously went to go see Jack and her like training people, right?
Yeah.
If you don't do that, she basically becomes a Cerberus like puppet evil henchman thing, and you can fight her.
No, I couldn't do that. Break my heart.
Yeah. Did you choose Samara or Morinth?
Who the hell is Morinth?
So Morinth was her daughter.
I let Samara live.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care about Morinth.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to get her to you made the good choice.
Oh, okay,
she got really
because she was about to kill herself or something, right? And I just like stopped her.
I think Samara and Morinth were about to kill each other, and then you kind of just got to choose. And Morinth was pretty undersatisfying if you chose her.
Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't.
Good for you.
Cool.
What are other fun choices? Did you go Solarians or did you go Krogan?
I feel like I got. Oh no! I let the Krogan like start reproducing again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pissed off the Solarians, but they're still like helping me though. But like that one Solarian like chick or whatever on the council just like hates me. But I was like, screw you! Like you're oppressing an entire race of.
But the race might eventually go on to destroy everyone.
Right, like, but if they do, then hopefully the entire rest of the galaxy, like, but that's the thing. I also saved the female Krogan, and she seems like she'd try to talk all the other Krogans and be like not being so stupid about that kind of thing. So I have like hopes for them in the future to not try and overthrow the galaxy again, but we'll see. My biggest regret is that I didn't save Rex in the very first game. I don't know how I could have done that. I thought I could have, but then he just like gets shot, and I was like, "What? Like how?
Who killed him? Was it you or was it Ashley? Or I guess Caden?
No, I think it was like. I think it was Ashley. So that's why I let her die. I think she killed Rex, and I was like, I need her to die like now. So I then
maybe
as soon as opportunity I had to kill her or let her die, like I did.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the timeline. I think that's possible, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, Rex is one of the best characters, so I'm saddened for you.
Yeah, if I ever play the game again, I'm gonna definitely try and keep him around.
He's quite the badass. Do you have a favorite character in that series?
Jack. I just think
that works.
I just think her character is just so awesome and badass. I don't know. I like the way she looks with all her freaking tattoos and everything. I don't know. I just think she's really cool. I don't know, man. Also, Grunt is cool. Oh no, actually Garrus. I like Garrus a lot. He's just like a bro. Like
Garrus is like number one bro.
Yeah, he's the biggest bro.
I think that's generally everyone's like favorite character is Garrus.
Yeah, no, he's super dope.
Is there any other nerdy stuff that you really like? Music, movies, games, other Game of Thrones? I don't know.
Dude, I could talk about music for ages, cause like any of that stuff. The nerdiest thing I've ever done, besides Dungeons and Dragons, cause that's like hella nerdy. Like if you play tabletop RPGs like on a regular basis and like get invested in the characters that you create and write backstories, like that's a pretty nerdy thing to be doing.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Get stoked. It's like my favorite activity ever. I love it. I've been playing the same campaign for over a year, and I've had the same character for over a year now.
What kind of character is it?
I'm a tiefling sorcerer with
don't
draconic
don't know
sorcerer.
what that is. Don't know what any of that is.
Okay, a tiefling kind of looks like a demon. Like they have like horns and a tail, and stuff, but mine's like undead because he like died but got revived by like this. Anyways, I could probably just go on a tangent talking about my D&D character, which I won't, because the point I'm trying to make is that the nerdiest thing I've done besides D&D is that my friends and I have like built. We took like PVC pipes and pool noodles and duct tape and built like giant ass swords and went LARPing like just around like the woods and stuff, just like doing stuff like we made like fantasy weapons and fought each other with them, and that's like pretty embarrassingly nerdy. I don't think I've said that on my YouTube channel, but whatever.
You should do a LARPs. I don't know, a Let's Play or just a LARP, whatever. I don't know.
The thing about LARPing is that it's so much fun when you do it, but watching a video of it is always so lame. Like I've watched people do it, watch videos, and it's just so lame. So,
I saw the one video with the Thunderbolt guy who was like, have you ever seen that?
No.
It's like a LARPing video, and there's this one like big guy who's just like Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt,
yeah.
and that became a meme.
Right. No, we don't do it like that. We actually like try and hit each other. Actually, you know what? I did make a video about LARPing on my channel. I made like a music video about it, like last year or something. Oh well. Yeah. Guess it's out there anyway, so whatever.
I saw the movie Role Models, and they basically LARPed, and that was like the climax of that movie. And I've wanted to do it ever since.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna die within like 2 minutes, but it'll be a good 2 minutes.
It's fun. It's fun.
I don't think I would have to either go somewhere or like convince enough of my nerdy friends to do it. I don't think I have that many friends though that would want to do that.
Right. Yeah. It definitely takes a certain type of person to want to.
Yeah. Did you like go somewhere, or did you just have enough people?
No, I just had like a few people that just like all thought it would be kind of fun and cool. Like there is a place near, not super near, but like a couple hours away from where I live, where it's like they like have like a whole big swath of land and like buildings and stuff, and it's like an official like LARPing place. You can go there and like just be in character all day and like just fight battles. I haven't done that. I've just kind of just done it with my friends because we just like to fight and hit each other with things.
That can be one of your like adventure vlogs. Just
going to daggers deep.
Yeah, just like in character all day. Like,
man, that'd be...
Please just go into like a restaurant full costume and like in character. I will taketh 2 large McDoubles, and it'll please do that.
Wench, give me your best ale. Your McAles.
Your McAles. That would make the best video.
That'd be it. Yeah, that'd be a video for sure. That'd be something.
Yeah. Any other nerdy stuff?
I don't know, man. It's your turn. Think of something. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, we could talk about music if you're into music, or let's see, other shows I like: Breaking Bad, anime. I'm into anime because I'm a nerd.
Me too.
Pro wrestling. Don't judge me.
Yo, I'm not judging.
What was I gonna say? Do you have a favorite anime?
Ooh. I don't want to say Attack on Titan because that's too cliche of an answer for someone to say their favorite anime is. Let's go with maybe Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or...
Woohoo.
See, I've watched so many. I've just watched so many anime that it's just like, which ones are actually good anymore? The anime that got me into anime is Soul Eater. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Oh, yes,
I really like Soul Eater a lot.
That's got to be in my top 5.
Yeah.
It's an amazing show. I have like a Soul Eater necklace somewhere.
Oh, cool.
There's like a spin-off show called Soul Eater Not. Do not watch it.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's basically it takes place before Soul Eater, and it's like, hey, let's just get a bunch of cute little girls and have them go to school within this world, but they're not gonna fight.
Oh. Sounds like a lot of anime.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it.
Okay, I won't do it. I won't do that.
I watched Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood fairly recently compared to like, since it's like this classic show.
Oh, I just finished watching it like this past year or something.
Oh yeah. So we're both pretty fresh on it.
Yeah.
That was a show, man.
Yeah, that was good.
we just started with a simple like, oh, we can use alchemy to like gods and doors, and I won't go into spoilers, but watch that show, everyone.
Yeah, no, that's
it's
definitely an anime classic for sure.
Yeah, like the epicness, like Game of Thrones is just as epic, but there's certain things Game of Thrones can't do, like giant portals and gods and
there's just certain things that only anime can do, and anime can do it best.
Yeah, and you know, it's like I think that's the appeal to it. There's like certain creative things like Dragon Ball Z. You're only no other thing is a person gonna like shoot laser beams.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be like a 300 episode arc, and it's gonna be all this stuff. I mean, they did try to make a movie, but it was pretty bad.
Right.
If you ever saw Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, I didn't watch the Dragon Ball movies, but I did watch the Mortal Kombat movies. Not really related, but they're also like really bad.
They're considered really bad, like Last Airbenders and all that good stuff.
Okay, I was actually gonna mention that. I know it's not an anime, but did you ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Again, top 5.
So good, right?
Favorite character?
I'm stuck between 2. Wait. Okay, ready? We're going to 3, 2, 1. Favorite character. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Zuko.
Toph. Damn it.
A lot of people do like Toph.
I know, that's usually...
That's actually all my friends' favorite characters are all Toph. She's pretty dope.
Because she's so dope.
I was also going to say Sokka.
Yeah, they're all, in all honesty, like, super developed characters when you really...
Oh, you know what? I should have said Uncle Iroh. That's who I should have said.
Have you watched Legend of Korra?
No, I haven't watched Legend of Korra just because I've heard it's hit and miss. And I just like not sure if I want to invest my time into watching Avatar. That's not the perfection of the first series, you know.
There are some high points.
Yeah, I've heard it's like I'll probably watch it eventually, but I've got so much stuff like other.
Yeah, I think it's like worth watching, but I don't think it's like there's a lot of stuff that annoys me about it. But Toph comes back, Zuko comes back,
cool.
Iroh sort of comes back.
Doesn't Aang kind of come back for a bit too?
In the way that like the old avatars came back through like visions.
You like
and
see
stuff.
him again, kind of.
Yeah, and there will be like flashbacks and stuff like that. But like Toph is still alive and Zuko is still alive. Zuko rides a dragon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how he got a dragon, but he rides a dragon.
Is it just a dragon, or is it like a platypus
it's like,
dragon?
It's a smaller dragon. I don't know. It's dope though.
Cool.
It's not as big as those ones. Where with all the colors and the beauty and the animation and the... I want to lose my mind watching it. Yeah, it's also one of my favorite shows, Avatar. What's another big anime? You name the ones. How many have you watched, would you say?
Anime?
Yeah.
Oh, probably around 30. I've watched 30 plus series of anime.
Yeah, so we're about the same level, I think.
I guess I'm trying to think of like I watched Akame ga Kill, which was like a decent one.
I haven't seen that. I've heard mixed things.
Yeah, it's just like cool. It's like everybody dies at the end. But it was like
Joy.
just like a fun. It's just like a cool kind of fantasy fighting anime. Kill la Kill, which is like good for the first half, and the second half is kind of just like weird.
I've heard mixed things for that too.
Yeah, it was just weird. One thing, for some reason, I don't know why, but I really like romantic comedies if they're good, like movies or anything. But there's sometimes anime can do it really well too, even though it's not, there's no action or anything. It's just like a slice of life romantic comedy between like this dude. It's called Ore Monogatari. It's like pretty cool, but it's also like definitely meant for chicks.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know if I watched that one. Have you seen like the Death Notes and
See, I tried to watch Death Note. I just like couldn't get into it. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's usually the opposite. Usually after a couple episodes, everyone's just like, "Oh my god," and then like it slowly.
I tried to watch. I really wanted to get into Death Note because everybody loved it, but I just like I don't know. It's like too weird for me, or not too weird, but like just felt odd. Like the whole I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Was there any like one of those super long shows like the Naruto, Bleach, One Pieces and shit that you got into?
The longest one I've watched is probably Hunter x Hunter.
I've heard
Had
good
like
stuff.
140 something episodes. It's not like super long, but it's like definitely longer than the majority of anime series.
Or just anything.
Yeah, or like, a lot of things. So yeah, it's probably the longest one I've watched.
Any like Western TV shows like the Breaking Bad's, It's Always Sunny is a show I like. The Netflix shows, any of those?
I watched all of Breaking Bad and I loved it.
Good for you.
Yes, I like Netflix show I'm watching right now is Daredevil. I'm like partway through the 2nd season.
My friend Keith is proud of you.
Yeah, he watches Daredevil too.
Yeah, he's a fan, and I got like halfway through it, and he was very upset that I didn't finish it. But I will eventually.
Okay, cool. Because the Punisher is in the 2nd season.
I know.
And he's always been my favorite superhero, or like hero, like ever, and he's so cool.
Have you seen like, I don't know, do you read comics at all?
Dude, bro.
Not that. Okay. Oh, you're about to school my ass.
Bro. All these Punisher comics, man. All these.
Damn.
It's all Punisher though. Like I have no other comics. Like it's just like stacks of Punisher
Nice.
comics.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you're not into like the more standard like the Batmans and the Supermans and the Deadpools.
I
and
love
the
Batman.
Spider-Mans.
I love Batman. I just don't have any of the comics. I like his graphic novels, like the really dark ones. Like they're making an animated version of The Killing Joke this summer, which I'm like pretty excited for.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Batman v Superman?
No, because I'm gonna wait until it comes out of theaters because I heard it's not good enough for me to pay for it.
That's honestly one of the best answers I've heard.
Oh, okay.
And probably fair enough. It's a mixed bag, but I won't go into it. Did you see Deadpool?
Yes. I saw that in theaters. That was worth it.
That is worth
that
theaters.
was worth me spending my money on that. For sure.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite superhero movies, like that, The Dark Knight. If we're going graphic novels, V for Vendetta is also another one.
Cool.
300, even though it is what it is. It's like someone made a good point to me. It's like literally just a bunch of buff dudes and killing each other, and it's like it's 4 dudes, but the guys are basically naked and all buff. And I don't like. It's like I don't know if I want to be Leonidas or I just want to watch him. I don't know what my feelings are, but all I know is it's badass.
Awesome. Love all of that. All that stuff is great.
Yeah, and I like Dragon Ball Z, which also features overly muscular men and a lot of fighting. So I don't know if that's what I'm into. I don't think it is. I don't think so.
It's like,
but maybe
that's funny because like if I ever go on my Instagram on my phone or something, and just check like the homepage, like it's or like not, but it's like the search page where you can like discover other pages. 90% of it is all just like shirtless dudes with like beards and tattoos, or like MMA fighters, which are all just like shirtless dudes fighting each other. So like most of the people I follow on Instagram are all like UFC dudes. So just like shirtless dudes fighting is always just on my Instagram feed.
You're a UFC fan?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm into the fake fighting, and you're into the real one.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Though there has been some crossover. You know, CM Punk's
we got
coming over to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm honestly hype about that. We got Brock Lesnar right now.
Brock Lesnar was one of like a huge superstar in the UFC.
Oh my god, I honestly remember like there was like my friend I was really young at the time, but there was one of his matches that my like buddies were pay-per-viewing, and I was just kind of there, and literally it's like that match was like so hype. Like Brock Lesnar, I forget who he fought, but literally I fell asleep because I just, it's not my thing, and I was really tired, and they're like, I was just like, wake me up for the main event, and literally I was like, why didn't you wake me up? He's like, the match was so short, like we didn't have time, like he beat him in like a minute and a half. And I was like, and that's maybe that's why I'm not into UFC. If there was like a super hype match in wrestling that was 1.5 minutes, people would be like, we want refunds.
Right.
Not that I recommend watching wrestling. It's very terrible right now. It's very just in general for a while. It's pretty. Oh, okay. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that. I haven't watched it, but I've just heard people who do watch it be like, right now it's kind of like pretty whack.
It is. And Brock Lesnar, he's like, basically, the owner was just like, we want Brock Lesnar, and he really likes Brock Lesnar, so he's like, we'll give you a bunch of money, you can show up like 8 times a year, just do it. Okay. And he was like, can I get paid more than UFC? And he was like, those other dudes that work like 300 days a year, fuck them. You work 8 days a year, you get twice their pay. And he was like, dope.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what's going on with Brock Lesnar these days.
If you ever watch Brock Lesnar fight, though, he's like a scary,
god.
Dude. He moves way too fast for how big he is.
He has tiny-ass legs, man. He has these tiny-ass legs. Have you heard him scream?
No, I haven't.
He can't scream. Oh, okay. His voice isn't, like, cut out for it. Okay. Like, there's been, like, 10 times in wrestling where he's just like, yeah, and then his voice cracks, and it's, like, so embarrassing, and it's just like, oh, God. Like, I can't take him as serious, though. But not that I would, I'm scared of him. Ronda Rousey was also briefly in wrestling.
Oh, really? Huh.
Or she didn't fight, but she was like, she showed up and like did a promo.
Oh, okay.
And it was hinted that she'd fight, but I don't think the UFC guy wants that. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite UFC fighter?
Man, maybe there's like a bunch. Like right now, I just want to say Nate Diaz, but I don't want to appear like I'm jumping on the Nate Diaz train just because he beat Conor. I just like Nate Diaz's like attitude. I think he's really funny. Even though I really hated Nick Diaz because he just like flipped around with Anderson Silva a lot. Actually, there we go. Anderson Silva. Yeah, he's probably just like pretty cliche answer because he's like the greatest of all time kind of thing. But he was really cool back in the day. He's like.
Do they use their like personalities and stuff? Cause
in UFC.
Yeah, if anything, I thought that's like not the point of it. Is
personality.
Well, I know they do like fake, sort of fake, like oh I hate you kind of stuff.
Sometimes it's fake. Sometimes it's like pretty legit though. Like there's these two fighters, John Jones and Daniel Cormier. They just like really just don't like each other, like a lot. Also, like have you ever heard of Conor McGregor?
No.
Okay.
Or I might have and just
okay. He's just like kind of like he's like the biggest star of the UFC kind of right now. But he just like has a really like outgoing personality, and he just like his things. He just like trash talks all of his opponents, like all of them. He's just this Irish dude.
Didn't someone just retire like a couple days ago?
That's Conor McGregor. He's like retiring, but it's just like it's more like him and Dana White are kind of just having an argument over stuff. Nice. So he's not actually. Nice. I don't know. We'll give it a week. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. Is the owner of that company crazy, like in WWE?
Dana White? I don't know. I think he seems like a pretty cool dude, but like some people don't like him. I don't know. I don't really know much about him to either say either way. He just seems like a businessman. He's trying to just do the best for the UFC. And I guess sometimes he has conflicts of interest with the fighters and the fans or something. I don't know. He doesn't seem too crazy or anything.
Oh god, the dude who runs WWE is literally like the top dude in wrestling right now. He's like The Rock's cousin, and everyone just fucking hates him. Like he gets booed to hell every time he comes out. But because the owner of fucking wrestling loves this dude for some reason, he's like, no, he's gonna be the top guy, and like literally. The dude who's getting pushed is just out there and he's just getting booed with his little title, and he's like fuck you guys, like it's and
bad.
Yeah, and he's just getting it's there's like fun stuff about it. Like it's fun to even like just talk shit about and complain about in a weird way. I think I have more fun talking shit about wrestling than I actually do watching it sometimes. But there's a lot of good stuff too. I think we're gonna end it with just a final Game of Thrones talk.
Sure.
Because by now episode 1 is probably aired, and people are gonna probably comment about how stupid we are and what's already happened. But fuck those people.
Yeah, for real.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, they're all losers.
Please don't. Please don't. I like subscribers. Anyway, not really. Unsubscribe, all of you who don't like Game of Thrones.
And Lord of
that's
the
like
Rings,
half
too.
my. Yeah, that's. I think that's all. At least all my friends don't like one of those things.
Really?
So,
Okay.
I guess I don't have any friends anymore. Because of this podcast. What was I had a good thought, and now I'm losing it.
Game of Thrones.
You talk about Game of Thrones as I try to remember what I was gonna say.
Game of Thrones is...
How do you think the season will end? That was what I was gonna say.
How do I think the season will end?
You could do how the series will
going
end,
to-
but that's another thing.
Daenerys is gonna cross over the narrow sea with a horde of Dothraki screamers to take Westeros by storm, with Varys and Tyrion at the head of the army. Jorah will be at his rightful place at the right hand of Daenerys. Still maybe kinda in the friend zone, but she slipped up once and got drunk and slept with him once. But now it's still
He's
kinda
dying
awkward.
though. He's dying.
Right? Oh yeah.
He's got
Okay. No,
the-
he turned into a stone man, and he's leading an army of stone men extremely slowly across the bottom of the narrow sea.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's gonna happen a few seasons from now. They're gonna finally show up to the battle. All the
Yeah,
dragons-
it's gonna take like 10 more seasons
Yeah.
for all this to happen.
Jon Snow is gonna be resurrected not by Melisandre but by Bran, who is now a god, and he's finally going to be reunited with his mother, who is what's her name? Something Targaryen. Ned Stark slept with a Targaryen princess, and that's who Jon's mother is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then,
I thought it was just a random whore.
maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. Who knows, man? Who knows? Anything could
Was
happen.
that a spoiler?
I don't know. I actually have no idea. That's just like a theory. That's like a popular theory. Yeah.
Okay.
And then who else is there?
And then-
Cersei will kill Marjorie by strangling her and throwing her off the wall of the Red Keep.
And then Thomas would watch and just be like, "Well,
Tommen,
I'm not a very good.
Tommen-
I'm not a very good king, so nothing I can do about
Yeah.
my wife's death."
Ramsay's gonna skin Sir Pounce in front of Tommen and then beat him with the corpse of the cat until he dies.
I want to say this is so gruesome, but I can actually see them doing some of this.
The Mountain is going to kill all of the sparrows single-handedly. The zombie mountain is going to kill all the sparrows.
That's a lot of sparrows.
Yeah, a lot of
But
sparrows.
okay.
And who else am I forgetting about? Sansa and Arya are somehow going to end up on the opposite sides. They're going to have a crazy death match where Arya uses her crazy assassin skills and Sansa's going to use all of her newly found political intrigue to bring her
Yeah.
down.
We didn't get to talk about Littlefinger. That's who I want. I forget. But what
yeah.
would happen to Littlefinger, Jamie? Who else?
Littlefinger Sansa's gonna stumble across Littlefinger, and he realizes he messed up, but he also can't control his feelings, and he's desperately in love with this 14-year-old girl. But she's gonna.
She doesn't look 14
Well,
though. That's the thing.
You know what? In the book, she's like 13 though, 13 or 14.
That's even worse.
Dude,
that she's
in the
getting
books,
raped.
Daenerys is 14. In the books,
God damn.
dude. Everybody's
Yeah,
younger in
and-
the books. Arya's like 8 or something.
Yeah, and she's like in other shows being like a full adult.
Yeah, because she is in real life though. She's 18.
Yeah, exactly. Playing 8-year-old.
Yeah.
That's great. The real time for the show must be like way worse than the books.
Oh yeah, well Bran looks like an old man already, and he's
Yeah.
supposed to be like 7 or something, or whatever he's
Oh
supposed to
my
be, like
God.
10 or 12.
Yeah, and he looks ready
It's like he
to
looks
start
34,
college.
Yeah.
Or go back to college. Yeah.
Oh.
And Jamie and all the other adults must be like
Oh.
60.
Jaime and Bronn have to go kill the Sand Snakes for poisoning Myrcella. That's what they have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just go. They're like, oh, turn this
turn
ship
the boat
around.
right around and go back and kill them on the docks.
Yeah, don't they have someone on the ship? That's
like Tristan or something, right? Is Tristan on the boat with them?
I think so. Someone
Maybe.
who was like I don't know. I'm forgetting. It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
But longer for you probably.
Yeah, it's been almost a year, I guess.
Yeah, goddamn. I'll go into my theory. Because you didn't even mention the White Walkers.
Oh, you're right. Like, literally the most important part of the entire show.
Yeah, exactly. The first thing we saw in the show.
Oopsies.
The White Walkers are gonna kill everyone that's on the left side. And then Daenerys will come in with her dragons, kill the White Walkers. And then Tyrion will be like, Jaime's still my bro, though, so he's gonna kill Daenerys. Oh. And then Friend Zone over here, with his last scaly fist, is gonna kill Tyrion.
Oh.
It's everyone has to die.
Everyone has to die. Then George R. R. Martin comes in riding on a dragon, steps off the dragon with his suspenders and his plaid shirt, and he holds up a book, and anybody the army, he's like standing in the middle of the army. All the characters see him. And they all fall to their knees, and their heads like explode out of their eyes. And
then he sits on the throne.
Yeah.
Then he sits on the throne.
The throne erupts from the earth. The Iron Throne made of the swords erupts from the earth. He's like rises up like Emperor Snoke out of the ground.
He gets dragon wings.
Yeah, he gets dragon wings, and he flies away.
He just has his rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kill your favorite people.
Yeah, then he pulls out the book. He pulls out the book with the last, whatever the name of the last book is, and it's open. And he looks right into the camera, and he snaps it closed, and it goes to black, and that's how the series ends.
Yeah, and then he burns every copy of the book out there. Yeah. And then no one can enjoy it. And then
everybody who's watching it, their TV's like light on fire.
Yes.
Yeah, as they're watching it happen.
Anyone who DVR'd it, it's it'll explode. He's gonna burn my house down for having DVDs and Blu-rays. Any fan art, he's gonna wipe the internet clean. It's gonna be the end of the world, basically.
He's gonna cause the rapture.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm pretty sure 2012, like everything that was supposed to happen back then,
will happen when Game of Thrones ends.
Basically.
The end of Game of Thrones is the end of the world.
Basically.
I mean, that's fair enough. I don't want to live in a world where there's no more Game of Thrones.
Exactly. That's probably a good way to end the podcast right there. A world without Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Yeah, Adam, I'm going to plug the shit out of your channel, and the links will be down below for that.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. This has been so much fun.
Just the nerdiest, wonderfulest of times.
It's been great.
And we'll find another way to collab and do stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that maybe I can go up, because you live in Canada, right?
Yeah, dude.
I can come up to fucking Canada and we can LARP.
Dude.
I don't know where I'm gonna get the money or any of the resources, but fuck it.
Dude, I'll get you on my Game of Thrones show. You'll be like one of my special guests.
Yes.
On the Game of Thrones show.
Yes. Like literally everyone I've collabed with, I say like I'll go there, and I swear I'm gonna have like a tour of like
tour.
I've already collabed with like 2 to 3 people that are like from the Philippines and the UK, cool. And it's gonna be a world tour.
That's awesome.
With like 1 people at a time. I gotta do it, but I was gonna close the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Great. Check out Adam's channel for a lot of amazing content, and he's throwing up some West Sides right now.
You know I'm a gang member straight up.
West Side Canada. That's right there. Don't say another word. Wonderful. Thank you guys for watching. With that, we leave you.